Okay, all right, so this is if we're absent, if you were absent on, looks like Thursday the 5th or Friday the 6th. This is the activity we did in class. What we did is we, once again, practiced percent proportion, which is something we did in the asynchronous lesson last time, and what we've done previously. Again, percent proportion is a very helpful tool when trying to solve percent problems. So we're going to use this idea today, again, to solve a few different types of problems, and we're going to start off on page 17, right there, of the Unit 3 packet percents. Here we go. So we have a problem here, a situation, not really a problem, a situation. And we got, it says, there are 60, I'm just going to kind of even out the camera there. There are 60 exhibits at the local zoo. What percent of the zoo's exhibits does each animal class represent? Okay, well, we're looking for the percent here. And so what we're missing, I guess, is the whole and the part. I'm sorry, what we're missing is the percent. What we have is the whole and the part. So we have four different animals, four different types of animals. We got mammals, we got reptiles and amphibians, we have fish and insects, and we got birds. Okay. So let's start off with mammals here. Now, for mammals, we're going to use part over whole equals percent over 100. And for mammals, this 30 is the part. You might think that's the whole, but that's the part. The whole is the number of animals total at the zoo. That's the whole for all of them. There are 60 total animals and only 30 are mammals. We're going to see what percent that is. So the part is 30. The whole is 60. The percent is what we're looking for out of 100. Now, here's the thing. Here is the thing. We can't easily get from 60 to 100. Can't do it. We cannot do it. So what we're going to do is divide. We got to divide. Now, there's a few different numbers we can divide 60 by. Let's go through them. We can divide it by 2, but if we divide by 2, we'll get to 30, and I don't know if we can get from 30 to 100. We can divide it by 4 to get to 15, but then to try to get from 50 to 100 would be tough. We can divide by 5 and get to 12, but here's the thing. 12 won't get us to 100. We can divide by 6. Now, even though 6 is not one of the 9 numbers, it will help us get to a number we can get to 100, because if we divide by 6, we'll get to 10. And we can divide 30 by 6 as well. Divide by 6 on top, divide by 6 on the bottom. We get 10, and on top we get 5. Now we can get to 100. 10 times 10 is 100. Multiply the top by 10 as well. 5 times 10 is 50. So again, we couldn't get from 60 to 100. We had to simplify, and then we could get to this mystery number. So for mammals, 50% or half, in other words, 50% are mammals. That's nice. So like lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. All right. So reptiles and amphibians. Same type of thinking here. Same type of thinking. Oh, my phone's going off. Okay. Sorry for the disruption. So we're going to use percent proportion again. Part over whole equals percent over 100. Okay. Just going to practice it. Now, for reptiles and amphibians, the part is 15. The whole, again, is 60. We're still using that same whole. Part is 15. The whole is 60. The percent is what we're trying to find out of 100. Okay. Let's do that same type of thinking here. I can divide 60 by 2, but I can't divide 15 by 2. What about 3? Can we divide by 3? I can divide both by 3. If I divide 6 by 3, I get 2. 60 divided by 3 is 20. So I'm thinking about dividing by 3 to get to 20 because 20 is one of our 9 numbers. And we can get from 20 to 100. 60 divided by 3 is 20. 15 divided by 3 is 5. How do we get from 20 to 100? Well, multiply by 5. Multiply the top by 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Which makes sense because that's 25% are reptiles and amphibians. There's half as many reptiles and amphibians, meaning that the percentage would be cut in half from 50 to 25%. All right. Let's try fish and insects. Fish and insects. Before I go down to the fish and insects section, that's going to be the part again. Same whole. It's still 60. So part over whole equals percent 100. The part is 12. That's the number of fish and insects out of 60 total animals in the zoo. The percent is what we're looking for. We don't know it. Out of 100. Now, again, we can't get from 60 to 100. This has been the issue. So last time we divided by 3. That might work. We can also divide by 6. That would work too. So we can divide the top and bottom by 6. I think I'm going to divide by 6 just because then I'll get a 10. And I like working with 10s more than 20s. Don't tell the 20s I said that. So we'll divide by 6. Divide by 6. On the bottom, divide by 6 on the top. 60 divided by 6 is 10. 12 divided by 6 is 2. Okay. Now we can get to 100. So we're going to multiply by 10 times 10 would be 100. And on the top, 2 times 10 is 20. So that would be 20%. 20%. Now at this point, you could probably figure out what the birds would be. But we're just going to practice the percent proportion. 3 is going to be the part. We're looking for 60 total animals. Okay. Again, we want to write this down every time because it'll help us remember it. It'll also help us set it up. The part is 3. The whole, again, is still 60. Still 60. We don't know what the percent is, although we could probably figure it out with the other numbers, and this is out of 100. Okie dokie. Can't get from 100 or 60 to 100. This time, 6 is not going to work because you can't divide 3 by 6. So maybe 3. We divided the reptiles, amphibians by 3. So let's divide this one by 3 because we'll get to 20 again. We can do 3 divided by 3. That's not a problem. 60 divided by 3 is 20. 3 divided by 3 is 1. Now we can get to 100. 20 times 100, or 20 times 5 is 100. 1 times 5 is 5. 5%. 5% are birds. So one way you can check this is that I believe these are all the animals. These are all the animals. If you add these together, 50 plus 25 is 75, plus 20 is 95, plus 5 is 100. So this is all the animals here. If you add up the percents, you get to 100. Very nice. Now, I want you to notice something here. If you look at from 15 reptiles to 3 birds, if you can divide by 5 to get there. If you divide the percent by 5, you also get the percentage. 25% divided by 5 would be 5%. And then to go from birds to fish, you can multiply by 4. If you multiply the percent by 4, you also get from birds to fish. So again, these are all what's called in proportion. In proportion. Okay. So those were fun. Let's turn the page here. We're going to try a couple more here, 3 more percent proportion problems, and we'll call it a day. Here we go. Number 1. A sweater is regularly, $32. It is 25% off the original price this week. All right. Would the amount the shopper saved be considered the part, whole, or percent? Well, let's think about what we have right now. $32 is the regular price. This is the percent. Well, that's the percent. Would the regular price be the part or the whole? I'm thinking it's going to be the whole price because that's what it normally is. The savings is the part. savings, I guess, are the part. Would it be is or are? I'm not sure. I think it'd be is, but we'll stick with are. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the part. How much would the shopper save by buying the sweater? It says show two methods, but we're going to use percent proportion for this, okay? All right, so let's try it. First thing, part over whole equals percent, 100. Let's see here. The whole is $32. We're looking for the part. Don't know what it is. And then percent is 25 out of 100. Okay. Well, this is a good one. So just like we saw with the last few, the ones about the animals, we cannot get from 100 to 32. We're trying to get from 132 to find this mystery number, but don't know what it is. So we think, like, how can we simplify 25 and 100? Well, we want to probably simplify it as much as we can. So we want to try to divide by like one of the 9 numbers, 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 20, 25, 50, and 100. We could divide 25 by 5. We could divide 100 by 5. But I believe you can also divide it by 25. So that's one of the 9 numbers. You can divide 25 by 25 and 100 by 25. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. 25 divided by 25 is 1. 100 divided by 25 is 4. So we've just simplified it. And you know what? Now we can get to 32. So to go from 4 to 32, what are we going to do? I didn't mean that for the rhyme, but it did. 4 times 8 would be 32. Do the same thing on top. 1 times 8, believe it or not, is 8. So that means that the shopper saved $8. It's going to jot that down. Shopper, I don't know their name, but the shopper saved $8. So then the question is too, like, what did they spend? They saved $8 off a $32 sweater. If you do 32 minus 8, it will tell you what they actually spent, which would be $24 bucks. That's not the question, but I just wanted to think about that for a moment. All right. Feeling good about that one. All right. If you want to try this one on your own, go for it. If not, you can do it with me, of course. Number 2 on page 18. I'm trying to even this out so it's straight. All right, here we go. A pair of jeans was $30% off the original price. The sale resulted in a $24 discount. What it's asking is the original price of the jeans considered the whole or part or percent. Well, let's see what we have. We have the percent. That one's pretty clear. It says the sale resulted in a $24 discount. That discount is not the whole price. It is just part of the price. The original price, that phrase, when you see that, that's almost always the whole price. So original price, that's the whole. Now it says, what was the original cost of the jeans before the sale? Show 2 methods for finding your answer. All right. Now, what we're going to do is use percent proportion. Let's do it. We can do it. Part over whole equals percent over 100. Okie dokie. Now, original cost of the jeans before the sale. That's what we're trying to find. So we're trying to find the whole. The part, which was the discount, $24. The percent would have been 30 out of 100. All right, so we're thinking like we can't get from 30 to 24 easily. We can't do that. Not happening. What we can do, though, is simplify, as we've done before. We can simplify 30 and 100. Let's think what we can divide by. Let's try, 2. Would 2 work? If we divide it by 2, we get to 15. 15, you can't get to 24. What about 3? You get to 10. 10, you can't get to 24. 4 or 5? If we divide by 5, we'll get to 6. And then we can get to 24 from 6. So let's do 5. Let's divide by 5. You could also divide by 10 and get to 3, but let's divide by 5. Let's see what happens. 30 divided by 5 is 6, which, again, will help us get to 24. 100 divided by 5 is 20. Nice, nice, nice. 6 times 4 will get us to 24. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing on the bottom. 20 times 4, well, 2 times 4 is 8. 20 times 4 is $80. That's a pretty good discount. So the jeans themselves were $80, and then you got a $24 discount. So those jeans wound up being, what, $56? That's not bad. That's not bad. So we'd say the original cost or price of the jeans is, or was, because they're probably already sold because it's a good deal, $80. And again, using percent proportion, we had to take we had to simplify, take an additional step to then get to 24, but not a big deal after the ratio unit we're used to simplifying. All right, we got one more in stock. Again, if you want to try this next one on your own, you can. If not, let's do it. It's all it says is purchasing a TV that is 20% off and will save $180. All right, well, there's no question, but the question's down here. It says, name the different parts with the words part, whole, or percent. Well, the percent off will be the percent. Okay, now, we saw before that the original price was the whole. The 180, that's what you save. It said right up here, you're just going to save 180. That must be the part. That's the part. The original price, again, is typically almost always the whole. When you see something say, like, what's the original price? You're looking for the whole. Or the original price was this. That's the whole. So it looks like we're looking for the whole. It says, what's the original price of the TV? That's the whole. That's what we're looking for. All right, let's do it. Part over whole equals percent over 100. Okie dokie. Well, the part is 180. Got that. Well, this one actually might be kind of easy. I'm feeling good about this one. 180. We don't know the whole. Don't know it. The percent is 20 out of 100. Now, maybe you've noticed why I felt good about this one, because can we get from 20 to 180 in one step? You bet we can. Oh, you bet we can. We can multiply by, well, I know that 2 times 9 is 18. So 20 times 9 would be 180. 20 times 9 is 180. So we're going to multiply by 9 on the top and bottom times 9. And you get 900. There it is. One step. That's a one-step one. You always want to look for one step. If not, you can do simplify or whatever. But this one was a one-step problem. Not too bad. So it's asking what's the original price. The TV's original price was $900. That's a pretty good discount though on a $900 TV. So what would you'd spend $720? That's not bad, depending on the quality of the TV, of course. All right, so that's what you missed today. If you have any questions while you're working, feel free to let me know. Send me a message. If not, I hope you enjoyed working with that percent proportion. All right, have a great day. See ya.